He's repping my boy Mike in his sorted food t-shirt. Hey guys, and welcome to day 23 of Vita. I'm sorry, this is gonna be going up really late. I got carried away with things today and never actually filmed and forgot that I hadn't filmed anything for today, so I'm doing this very quickly. Also, I'm sorry Julia, I've completely stolen your idea. I'm doing a mug collection video because I figured it'd be easy enough for me to do and put away really quick. So, let's get into it. So this is my cacophony of mugs. Let's start with the boring ones first, shall we? So these guys have these two mugs. These are just IKEA, kind of the sets that they have with plates and stuff. These match all my plates. This I just thought was a nice accent color. I got these when I went away to college. They're boring, but they're like the perfect size mugs. This guy, I have like 3 or 4 of this one, this type, and I have them in green and I have them in yellow. And they are actually from my parents' house because I'm the only person that drinks coffee out of these mugs, so they just gave it to me when I moved out. So those are my boring mugs. Next I've got these, which my brother's girlfriend kindly got us. They're really cool. I don't know if you can see the pattern on them. They're kind of crackled pattern. They're really neat. She got these for us for Christmas. They're showing up really weird on camera, but they're really quite cool. They're really very pretty little mugs. I like them a lot. Next up we've got these clear mugs. They say Starbucks on the front of them. These are really cool if you want to put in like fancy drinks. We used these for when I did Vlogmas. We used them. I've got 3 Christmassy mugs. I've got this guy, he's a snowman. He's really cute. I think he has a hat top somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. But I really like him. I got him from Target a few years ago. Next I've got this guy. Either from Target or he's from the Kroger where I went to school. The grocery store was Kroger. So he's got kind of a sweater pattern all over him and he's very textured. And it's a nice mug. It's not quite as high quality as some of the other ones, but I like him. And finally with my Christmassy mugs, I've got this one. This one's my favorite. He's a little penguin. And he's got his little hat. And he also comes with a spoon. Here's his little spoon. This one's really good for hot chocolate because he's got the spoon to stir in the whipped cream and marshmallows and the like. Let's talk about this guy. This is the mug that Drew got me when he went to Arizona with his mom before we were dating. It's got like cave paintings on it, which is super cool. I really like this mug. I used it a lot. Speaking of school, I also have this guy, and this is the school's geology club's logo and their saying, which is Domine Terre, which is like God of the Earth or something. But see, we were a geology club, so it made sense. I use this one more as like a keepsake kind of thing because it's got the SIU stuff on it from when I was a student. Got this guy who's very fancy looking. He's got all these silvery swirls all over him. I don't actually know where we got this one. I don't know if this is microwave safe or dishwasher safe, but he works really well for tea for some reason. I think he's good for tea. He feels very tall. Next up we've got this guy. This is a mug I got at Pier 1 last year? Maybe the year before. It may have been the year before around Halloween time. So I've got so it's something you probably have found out about me is I name everything that looks like it needs a name. So the cat's name is Spooky and then her pumpkin's friend's name is Cider. So it's Spooky and Cider are the characters I've made with this. I don't know, guys. Then Drew also got me this guy because he matches this guy who we're coming to. Right on the inside it says Let It Be. And one of my all-time favorite mugs is this guy. You will have seen him around if you've been around any of my channels for any length of time. This guy's name is Bartholomew and he is my friend. He's humongous. He carries a lot of coffee. I used to always film with Bartholomew. I should probably get back in the habit with it because I've just been having boring mugs on my videos. But this is Bartholomew. He has been my like field notes companion. And then finally, the other one of my favorites is probably my second favorite mug is this one, and it's currently got my coffee in it. And this is a mug from Anthropology. I got it as a Christmas gift, I think, from one of my roommate's moms. And it's got a J on it for Jessica. These are all the exciting mugs that I own. I do own like duplicates of, there's a companion to this guy, and like I said, there's like 2 more of each of these ones, the boring ones, and then I've got some just plain white coffee mugs. But yeah, this is my mini little mug collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you all very soon. Hi guys! Welcome to bonus features. I figured since I talked about my coffee mugs a little bit, I would tell you guys how to make something delicious that I have found recently. Every Starbucks I have gone to has not had what is called a cinnamon dolce latte, and it's made me grumpy. So I went on the interwebs and found out how to make some. So I will be sharing with you guys how to make it, what I've done, why it looks crazy like that. So if you guys know anything about Starbucks drinks, you know that most of the reason why they taste so delicious is because they use syrup. And syrup is awful for you, but at the same time makes everything that you're going to drink taste so much better. And if you're a fan, like I am, of really dark coffee, I have found that I love like a scoop of this cinnamon dolce syrup in my coffee, because my coffee tends to be very bitter, which I usually like, but sometimes in the morning I want just something a little bit sweeter. First step is to get your pan. Put it on a burner. I'm going to use this burner because it is smaller. To your pan, add 2 cups of water. To your water, you're going to take either a cinnamon stick, if you have a cinnamon stick, or if you're lame like me and you just have ground cinnamon, take your ground cinnamon and like dump, it called for like a tablespoon. I put in quite a bit because I like cinnamon. You're gonna let it get all hot and boil. So one of the biggest problems that you have when you add cinnamon to coffee is you obviously still have cinnamon at the bottom of your mug when you are done with your coffee, because cinnamon does not dissolve very well in water. It might dissolve a little bit, it gets a little squishy, but it doesn't dissolve completely, so you're always going to have some sort of cinnamon sludge. But what you do when you've got your water and your cinnamon and you're actually letting it boil for quite a while, you're softening it a lot so that it is much less noticeable if you do have the granules in your coffee at the end. So you're also kind of infusing the water with cinnamon. I think one of the biggest mistakes that I was seeing on other recipes was taking the cinnamon and just dumping it in a coffee and microwaving it together. You're not going to get a lot of the cinnamon flavor that you're going for if you were trying to make like a duplicate cinnamon dolce latte. So we're just going to let this boil, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so now after you've let your water boil with your cinnamon in it for a while, I have got both regular sugar and brown sugar. Brown sugar enhances the flavor of cinnamon, so if you're ever making some sort of like cinnamon crumble, you're usually going to use brown sugar. So you're going to put half a cup of each white sugar and brown sugar into your boiling liquid. You are then going to boil that for even longer until it gets very syrupy. You'll kind of see you're going to dissolve all of the sugar, and then it's going to start reducing and get thick. Alright guys, so we have let it boil away for quite a while. You are going to literally, it gets very glossy and very sticky. See how it's really shiny? It's also
you want me to zoom or anything?
Very thick. No, it's probably good. Now what we're going to do, thank you cameraman Drew. So I've got a mason jar from one thing or another, and you'll see it kind of separates a little bit. Oh, you know what I forgot to add? No. You were supposed to add like a little tiny bit of this. So we're going to stir that up. Make sure you add the vanilla with the sugar. Unlike me, do as I say, not as I do. Now I'm going to empty this into our mason jar. So when you go to drink your cinnamon syrupy stuff, just put a little spoonful of it into your coffee. If you let it sit overnight, or if you put it, I leave mine out on the counter, but if you put it somewhere cooler, the sugars will start to separate from the rest of the syrup. So you're gonna want to take your spoon and stir it up quite a bit, and just like put a big old glob of that stuff in there. So that's about as much as you get. It's a pretty decent amount. This lasted me, I had it I think in every cup of coffee I made last week, and it lasted me all week. So there you have it, guys. That is how you make a copycat cinnamon dolce latte syrup. Tell me down below if you're going to try this out, or if you've got like an even better way to make this. I am not opposed to learning more. So let me know down below, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow with another Vita video.